Hi, babe. Tonight, let's listen to the story of Cinderella, shall we? Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. Cinderella's days were filled with chores. She washed dishes, swept the floors, and tended to the animals, all while wearing her worn-out clothes. In the same village, there was a grand palace where the king and his family lived. They were preparing for a magnificent ball, and every eligible maiden was invited, including Cinderella. Cinderella's stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella, were excited about the ball. They had beautiful dresses and fancy shoes, and they couldn't wait to go. On the day of the ball, Cinderella was left behind by her stepsisters and stepmother, who thought she wouldn't fit in. Feeling sad, Cinderella sat in the garden and started to cry. Suddenly, a shimmering light appeared before her, and a kind fairy godmother materialized. She had a beautiful smile and a twinkle in her eye. "Fear not, Cinderella," said the fairy godmother. "I'm here to help you go to the ball." With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's ragged dress into a stunning gown and her old shoes into glass slippers. She even turned a pumpkin into a magnificent carriage and mice into horses. Cinderella was in awe of the transformation. "Thank you so much," she exclaimed. "But how will I get back home after the ball?" The fairy godmother reassured her. "Don't worry, my dear. You must leave the ball before midnight, for at the stroke of midnight, everything will turn back to its original form." Cinderella entered the ball, and her presence was like a ray of sunshine. She danced with the prince, who was charmed by her grace and beauty. The stepsisters and the entire palace were amazed by the mysterious maiden. Cinderella's stepsisters had no idea that the enchanting girl was their stepsister. As the night went on, Cinderella forgot the time, and the clock struck midnight. She had to leave in a hurry, running away from the palace, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The prince was desperate to find the owner of the lost slipper. He searched the entire kingdom, and when he reached Cinderella's house, he found her glass slipper. Cinderella's stepsisters tried to fit into the slipper, but it was too small for them. When Cinderella tried it on, it fit perfectly. The prince recognized her as the mysterious maiden from the ball. He smiled and said, "You are the one I have been searching for. Will you marry me?" Cinderella was overjoyed and said, "Yes, I will marry you." And so, Cinderella and the prince were married, and they lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is that kindness and goodness will always be rewarded, no matter how difficult the circumstances. Babe, it's time to sleep. Good night, little ones. Sweet dreams.